So before you start creating your remarketing campaign and getting all the technical stuff done, the first thing I like to do is I like to plan my remarketing campaign. And it's much better to plan it first because it makes implementation much easier and ultimately a lot more successful. If you know exactly what you're going to do and the process that you're going to put people through, then you have a much better chance of success. So what do I mean about planning? And I like to think of it as like thinking about your ideal sequence of events. So for example, someone comes to your website and then what do you want them to do? And that's what I mean by your ideal sequence of events. So if you think of it like this graphically, step 1, someone comes to your website. In your ideal scenario, their step 2 might be that they download a product guide, and step 3 might be they subscribe to your newsletter, and step 4 might be that they purchase the product. Now, they don't necessarily have to follow these steps in order, because some people might come to your website and go straight to step 4 and purchase, but most of the time, to swarm someone up to a purchase, they're going to do one of the step 2 or step 3. So you've got to think about the sequence of events. And this is sort of in line with the concept of micro versus macro conversions. And what do I mean by that? Essentially, a micro conversion is a small commitment. It's a step before actually making a sale or someone picking up the phone and calling you. It's sort of a small commitment that someone, before they take out their wallet, they've sort of put their hand up a little bit and expressed a bit more of an interest in what you do, versus a macro conversion, which is your ultimate big conversion that you want, which is the big commitment or a sale. So I like to think of it as steps 2 and 3 being your micro conversions, but step 4 really being your macro conversion. So you can, if you think of it like a funnel, website traffic coming in the top of the funnel, and as someone flows through your funnel out the bottom, that's when they actually purchase. And so therefore you can have ads at different points on the funnel, and those ad points are moving people along the funnel from the micro conversions to your macro conversions. And the best way to plan is to really put yourself in the shoes of your ideal customer. Imagine you've never been to your website before and you land on whatever page you're sending the traffic to. What is the next step? What's the next micro conversion that they need to take towards your macro conversion? And write them down. And you're going to be using these steps in your remarketing campaign. So once you've got the steps written down, then you'll be ready to start actually implementing and creating your remarketing campaign.